Many still consider the player who went before Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi to be the greatest striker of all time. Ronaldo, he was crowned FIFA World Player of the World at the age of 20, made history as the most expensive player in the world at the age of 19, and suffered one of the most devastating injuries in football at the age of 23. This is the amazing, prosperous, and heartbreaking life tale of one of the greatest football players of all time. Ronaldo was born in the Rio de Janeiro area in 1976, and since football is a huge passion in Brazil, it's not surprising that he developed an early love for the game. He joined the futsal club at the age of 12, and in his first season he scored 166 goals. Indeed, what a promising beginning. Additionally, futsal helped him hone his talents, which gave him a significant advantage on the football field. When he began playing for Chio Cristóvão 2 years later, he was dominating. Yet at the age of 15, Ronaldo was already competing for the Brazil U17 and U20 teams. Seeing that major Brazilian clubs were interested in signing him, he decided to sign with Cruzeiro. On May 25, 1993, just 3 months after coming, he made his debut at the age of 16. A few weeks later, Ronaldo scored his first goal in a friendly game in Portugal. And Porto was so impressed with Ronaldo during this tour that they made an offer of $500,000 for him. But as you are aware, Cruzeiro claimed he couldn't do, and with good reason. Despite his youth, he was a nightmare for opposing defenses. Then he received a call that would change his life forever. The head coach of the Brazilian national team was a huge admirer of him, and on March 23, 1994. What an incredible occasion for the 17-year-old. Moreover, he was a member of the team that traveled to the United States for the 1994 World Cup despite his extreme youth. And Brazil defeated Italy in the final because to their outstanding play. Despite not playing a single minute, Ronaldo won the World Cup. Legends like Dunga, Cafu, and Romario teach us a lot. Furthermore, Romario was the one who pushed him to move on to PSV Eindhoven in European. With 44 goals in 47 games during his first year at Cruzeiro, the 17-year-old Ronaldo left to establish himself in Europe. Although he had established himself in Brazil, Europe wasn't entirely certain he could succeed there. But that quickly changed as he scored 10 minutes into his debut. Ronaldo made an immediate impression at Eindhoven with 30 goals. He rose to the top of the league's scorers. Rudi Völler was so impressed during a UEFA Cup encounter against Leverkusen that he exclaimed, "I've never seen an 18-year-old perform like because Ronaldo was essentially the ideal striker even as a teenager. Well, he was skillful, had a great shot, and was extremely fast. He just had it all, but that explosiveness would become his worst enemy. Now his second season was plagued by little injuries. His quick sprints and changes of direction put a massive strain on his body, especially his knees, and still he scored almost in every game with 19 goals in 21 matches. And as well he won the Dutch Cup with Eindhoven in '96. Everyone now knew about this prodigy and all the top clubs wanted him. And in the end, Barcelona won the race, paying €15 million in the summer of 1996, which was a new world record at the time. So 19-year-old Ronaldo became the world's most expensive player. The same year, Nike signed Ronaldo for life. And what did Ronaldo get for it? Apparently around €150 million. Not bad. And during the 96 to 97 season, Ronaldo scored 47 goals in 49 games, won the UEFA Cup, and was top scorer in Spain. And do you know who worked as a translator back then at Barca? Jose Mourinho. And he later said that Ronaldo was the best player he had ever seen. At the end of 1996, another success for Ronaldo. At just 20 years old, he was named FIFA World Player of the Year, the youngest ever to win that title, and everything just seemed perfect. But Ronaldo didn't know there was a tragedy coming. After just 1 year at Barcelona, the big news. Inter Milan paid €26.5 million to Barca in the summer of 1997. Another world record. And Ronaldo moved from Spain to Italy. He signed a 5-year contract and was introduced to 4,000 Inter fans. And you know what? He had no trouble adapting to Serie A, scoring 25 goals in his first season. And now he was also providing more assists. He was literally the perfect striker now. Additionally, he was named FIFA World Player of the Year again and won the Ballon d'Or. But in 1998, the first setback. World Cup in France. And this time, Ronaldo wasn't just any add-on player. He was one of the key players in the squad. And they played well, marching to where they faced France. But when the lineup was announced, the shock. Ronaldo wasn't in the starting 11. He apparently had a seizure that day and was taken to the hospital. The doctors found nothing and gave their okay. And shortly before kickoff, the news Ronaldo would play, but no one knew if it was really a good idea to start him. All this unsettled the Brazilian team, and they didn't play a good final. France won and Ronaldo was devastated. The 1998-99 season was a complete disaster for Inter. They finished 8th and didn't even qualify for Europe. Plus, Ronaldo had several injuries that season and only played 19 games, but still scored 14 goals. But the next season, on November 21, 1999, the big shock. During the game against Lex, 23-year-old Ronaldo seriously injured his right knee. Now he worked hard, and just 4 months later the moment had come, making his comeback against Lazio. But after just 6 minutes, Ronaldo got stuck in the grass and clutched his knee in pain. Again, the ligaments in his right knee had torn, but this time the injury was much worse, and people were talking about the end of the career of this outstanding player. But Ronaldo didn't give up and fought hard to get back on. He had 2 surgeries and missed almost the entire 2000 to 2001 season. But after 17 months, on September 20, 2001, the big moment, he returned to the football pitch. In the second part of the season, he scored 7 goals in 10 games. But many didn't see the same Ronaldo. He was still incredibly dangerous and skillful, but his agility and speed weren't the same. But Ronaldo wanted to prove to everyone that he was still one of the best, and it was the perfect stage to show it: the 2002 World Cup in South Korea and Japan. Furthermore, he was a member of the Brazilian team despite having just played a few games following his injury. The opening match was played versus Turkey, and then Ronaldo returned in the 50th minute. And Brazil had a fantastic tournament led by superstars Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho, and they dominated all the way to the championship game thanks to goals from Ronaldo. In the end, 2 goals. The letdown of 1998 was pushed aside. Ronaldo and Brazil won the World Cup. He became the top scorer with 8 goals overall, and many people praised his return. He was back on top and was crowned FIBA's World Player of the Year again that year. And then everyone's favorite Inter fan was devastated. After signing, Real Madrid paid €45 million to acquire Ronaldo because they wanted to be the next big thing. Ronaldo thus joined the illustrious Galacticos. Hey, it got off to a good start. 2003 saw Madrid win the Spanish league. Ronaldo scored 23 goals in the league. And with 24 goals the following year, he surpassed all other scorers in Spain for a second time. But despite having so many superstars, Madrid failed to win a single title. Let's go back to 2006. Germany hosted the World Cup. Brazil, the reigning champions, was also one of the favorites. It didn't work out though. Many claimed that Ronaldo was not in form and was out of shape. And France, led by the outstanding Zinedine Zidane, defeated Brazil in the quarterfinal. Nevertheless, Ronaldo led the team in goals scored during the tournament with 3, making him the all-time leader in World Cup goals. Frustrated, he left for Spain and returned. However, things did not improve. The season of 2006 to 2007 was his lowest moment. For 215 days, he did not score. Additionally, 30-year-old Ronaldo was benched by new coach Capello following a string of injuries and weight problems. He moved on January 18, 2007. After Ronaldo paid AC Milan €7.5 million, he went back to Italy. At the time, Milan was a strong football team that advanced to the Champions League final, where they defeated Liverpool and emerged victorious. Everyone was content. However, Ronaldo was unable to truly rejoice. He wasn't allowed to compete and wasn't a member of the team that won the Champions League since he had represented Madrid in the competition earlier in the season. Another try to take home that trophy will come next season. Ronaldo left to focus on his recovery in Brazil. Additionally, he signed with Corinthians on December 9, 2009. He assisted them in winning the Brazilian Cup during his 2 years there. Then, in 2011, Ronaldo, then 34, announced his retirement following an 18-year career. His body was simply no longer able to keep up. However, he was given a very unique accolade. That would be his final professional match for Brazil. And he participated in a friendly match against Romania on June 7, 2011, which was 5 years after his final match for the Brazilian national team. His final game ever. Luiz Ronaldo Nazario, possibly the most all-around striker ever, and who knows what he could have accomplished if he hadn't suffered an injury at such a young age. Basically, This anecdote serves as a wonderful reminder to cherish the most significant item in our lives, our well-being.